How to have a one-on-one with a problem employee, like a leader, not a manager. Well, number one is we want to set the tone here with curiosity over correction, right? You don't open with blame, you open with belief, right? So I'm going to invite a dialogue instead of just coming in with a lecture. I think about a detective versus a judge, right? I'm going to gather insight before I make any conclusions. So a manager is going to say, hey, let's talk about what you've been doing wrong. But a leader says, look, I want to understand how things are going from your perspective. So, walk me through the last quarter. How has it gone in your mind? Number two is to name the gap, but do it clearly, calmly, and without any judgment. I'm a big fan, you've heard this before, of the SBI model, the situation, behavior, impact. We can talk without any judgment about, here's the situation, we were in yesterday's meeting, the behavior, you interrupted me 2 times, and the impact. I'm concerned that it's impacting the way that people see you on the team. If this persists, I've said this over and over, and they continue to have these issues, well, now it's going to be more investigation, right? Now I'm going to ask questions to understand their perspective, right? Ellen Langer says, most people, if you step inside of their world, they have positive intent, right? They're not trying to hurt anyone. They're not coming at it with a negative viewpoint. They're doing things for the right motivation in their mind. So it's understanding what that is. And then number 3 is to co-create the plan moving forward. It's not just about accountability. It's now about ownership. It's about doing this together and creating that partnership, which is so important. So what would progress look like over the next 30 days? And what support do you need from me to help turn it around? Right? A manager says, this is what you need to do by next week, or let's be honest, you're gone. Whereas a leader says, look, let's come up with what success looks like together, right? They get on the same side of the table and become a partner with the person. And once we understand what's underneath, what's really going on, that's when we can win and move forward together. A manager is going to control that conversation, comes in hot, but a leader co-creates the turnaround, and that shapes a long-term solution. Look, leadership is not a title, right? It's a fire. And we have the opportunity to ignite it, not only in ourselves, but in others. Now, if you like these little tips and frameworks, check out my profile and follow.